You should not sneak up on people, young shaman. It is unbecoming of the trade.
Wait. How did you know I was a shaman?
Those masks. They belonged to a great man. Yes, they did. You have traveled far from Amandla. And Bomani, of Ishoka, we are no threat to one another.
We are not. But I see on your face that something troubles you.
It is my son. Or the absence of him, I should say. I am waiting for his return, yet as I wait, he still does not come. We were evacuating Ishoka, but my son hesitated. He could not live with the fact that he had still not undertaken the enduring rite.
The enduring rite?
It is a way of Ishoka. Young aspirants sought favor from the gods, and my son was keen. We argued. I told him it was just a ceremony. Surviving is more important now. But sons have a way of defying their fathers. And so he left for the mountain, to the right. He wore his mask, spear in hand, ready to prove himself to no one. He promised we would meet at this outpost right here. And so I still wait. I wait and wait.
I am headed to the mountain myself to seek out the Great Spirit. If I see your son, Bomani, I will send him to you.
Careful steps, shaman. Mercy is a rare bloom that does not grow in its Shokan soil. Thank you, ZAU. It will give me true peace when you find him.
Mani's son's mask.
It would seem so. Cracked and damaged. Aditya Shukudu, ZAU, you now possess within you Shukudu's might. And what a mighty predecessor he was. Long ago, a great evil amassed in the harsh dunes. It was a creature of unspeakable wickedness and insidious intent. It sought to drain the spirit of the earth, protecting itself in a dome of shimmering blackened stone. The great Shukudu refused to allow this horror to pass. He charged with all his might the fury of the gods within him as he broke through the impenetrable dome. He took a mighty step forward, and that made all the difference.
A might that helped save this world. I hope I can live up to his valiance. I will wield this in his honor. Anis,
I do not doubt this is a clue to his son's location. We draw close to our answer. Why would the son abandon his mask and spear?
let us keep looking.
The sealed gate to the mountain summit. We must open the gate if we are to find the Great Spirit. I believe this is the enduring rite, a test of the soul's worthiness. It demands a bout, but not just with brawn. And it calls upon the mind, but not just with strategy. And we, ZAU, must find the two great keys to venture forth.
Then let us find them. Baba ever got over it. I think he loved her more than anything.
I doubt more than he loved you. Let us go. There is much more to cross. That cry again. It did not sound far. ZAU, are you all right?
What? Yes. Sorry. Just that cry. It is piercing.
Why has the boy come? And treads where he's not welcome. Leave.
The great spirit of mankind. I am ZAU, shaman of Amandla.
The boy is brave for Mandlan. Many seek to guide Gagorib. Many fail to guide Gagorib. Death even Gagorib has denied. What makes the boy think Gagorib seeks to be guided?
I do not seek to guide Gagorib across the veil. I seek to cross a father's child. I seek the child of Bomani.
The boy dares to come and speak a poisoned tongue? The boy will suffer!
For within the child bears the burden of mankind.
Liar! Enough of your lies!
And it is the father who wishes to release this burden.
No father would wish for such a foolish son, one who sought for long greatness above all else. Clinging to what is no longer there. I offered the boy a way out. Now the boy will perish.
never finished it. Baba always jumped around in his writing. He'd start with one, then finish another, always going with whatever ideas came to him. He let me read a few of his finished manuscripts, but only the finished ones. I'd never seen half of this before. I'm going to read them. It doesn't matter if they're unfinished. For the time he was writing, he still had something to say. They're still a part of him. Baba always jumped around in his writing. He'd start with one, then finish another, always going with whatever ideas came to him. He let me read a few of his finished manuscripts, but only the finished ones. I'd never seen half of this before. I'm going to read them. It doesn't matter if they're unfinished. For the time he was writing, he still had something to say. They're still a part of him. Baba's books. So many genres and stories that they have their own room in our house. Mama wanted to donate the older ones, but Baba wouldn't let her. He was always in the middle of reading them, he said. I think I'll read my way through his collection. No time better than the present, right? Baba would think so. Yeah, he really would. Mama's Nakshi. Baba wanted me to pick something special to celebrate. I'm going to be a big brother. I just hope I can live up to the challenge. She won't know Baba. But that doesn't mean I can't introduce her to him through his stories. The world he loves. The people he values. Baba's favorite painting. Not Mama's though. She thought it didn't look good hanging in the hall. Like clockwork, Mama would glance at the painting and Baba would smirk. I always thought it was funny. The book wasn't finished. He didn't finish it. He couldn't finish it. When I said I wasn't ready, I know he is gone. It's just, I don't think I'm ready to. The world continues to spin, but there is a part of me that feels this wasn't supposed to happen. This wasn't how the story should have ended. It wasn't supposed to end this way. I don't. I can't. I feel so lost.
When we found out we were having you, we were terrified. We read all the books, spoke to all our family, our friends. But how can you be prepared for a child before you have even met them? Oh, we felt lost to Zuberi. But then, your Baba turned to me and I will never forget it. He turned and said, every story begins at the end of another. I looked at him. This man has lost all sense. This is what I thought. But in what he said, it comforted me. I understood a little more. Every story begins at the end of another.
Baba's favorite painting. Not Mama's, though. She thought it didn't look good hanging in the hall. Like clockwork, Mama would glance at the painting and Baba would smirk. I always thought it was funny. Amani, our home. Baba and I love it here. Mama, she does, but in her own way. A country girl through and through. Thinking about it, I don't know if Mama was ever truly happy being here. I think she misses the calm of nature. But me, I can't see myself anywhere else. I belong here, in the beating drum at the center of the world. My old playroom. It'll have to change soon. We'll have the little one here, and she'll need a room. But for now, it's like a time capsule. A really nostalgic one. So many good memories with these beanbags. Also, the most comfortable thing I've ever sat on. Mama and Baba found them in the local market and thought they were perfect for the playroom. Baba would insist on sitting on the little one to tell me his favorite myths and legends. He looked comically large, like some kind of giant. I never got tired of those evenings. Sitting in the massive beanbag with a cup of hot chocolate, listening to my Baba. My old Yumbo dolls. Baba would buy me one every single year. A Yumbo for my little Yumbo, he would say. Honestly, I never liked them, but I didn't know how to say that. He looked so happy every time he bought me a new one. It's all right. Love them or hate them, Baba's little grin made it all worth it. Come to think of it, I think he knew I didn't like them. My old paintings, they're really something. It's like looking at a different version of myself, a more naive one. Years later, I found out that Mama used to come fix them up in the night. I was shocked. So all those times I'd wake up and say, wow, what a perfect elephant I drew, were all a lie. Imagine. I leave the art to Mama these days, but it did teach me a lot about making things right. Little Ozzy. Bibi Ngina bought this in the hospital shop the day I was born. I'm surprised it's still in good shape. Bibi called it my guardian spirit. She said in the ancient times, griot bats like these would protect the pure of heart. I miss her a lot. But, in a way, I'm glad she was never around to see how things turned out with Baba. That would have broken her. It was scary for me, his child, but I can't imagine Baba's own mother. Mama and Baba's bedroom. It feels empty. I wish I could build a time machine and take Mama back to this day. She always said it flew by so quickly. She and Baba didn't even get any of their own cake. Mama's new painting. It's a lot darker than her usual work. Mama always said you create art with your feelings as the palette. And I could see it all right here, her heart on the canvas. But Mama is Mama. Even when she's grieving, her real self can't help but come out. Right there, a glimmer of light. Mama's gonna say this is a mess. I should probably tidy it up at some point. I mean, looks fine to me. Okovu, the city of the future. I could have just made a volcano, but Baba dared me to do better. To really think about my project. I wanted to make something people would want, what they need. A better future, sustainable, powerful. Maybe one day I can make it a reality. Really. I'd sell my plans to Pamoja Corp and buy Mama a beautiful home in the country. She'd love that. Okovu, the city of the future. I could have just made a volcano, but Baba dared me to do better. To really think about my project. I wanted to make something people would want, what they need. A better future, sustainable, powerful. Maybe one day I can make it a reality. Really. I'd sell my plans to Pamoja Corp and buy Mama a beautiful home in the country. She'd love that. Oh, the griot lamp. So weird. Why did Baba think I'd want one of these?
Fact! The giraffe only sleeps for around 30 minutes a night. That must be how parents feel.
Baba's books. So many genres and stories that they have their own room in our house. Mama wanted to donate the older ones, but Baba wouldn't let her. He was always in the middle of reading them, he said. I think I'll read my way through his collection. No time better than the present, right? Baba would think so. Yeah, he really would.
Here, ZAU. This is where we enter the realm of the dead. The pool is the conduit, and these waters will guide us through. We can wait if we must. But when you are ready, tell me so.
I'm ready to enter the realm of the dead.
Yes, you are. And so am I. Wade into the pool. Plunge into the deep. It is time for you to finally see. We are here. The realm of the dead. A place of peace. A final bed. Rage, sorrow, like grains of sand will slip through our hands as we journey the lands. While death's fear consumes, a catalyst it becomes, for blooming in its wake as the heart overcomes. As fledglings leave their nest soaring to the sky, a parent knows inevitably they must bid their child goodbye. it now. I know you do. Tiwaroho, where the path begins and ends.
It is peaceful here.
That is because your heart beats with peace. It sees no more anger, no more fear, no more sorrow. Your heart beats with your ancestors now. Peace. You see it now. I know you do. I ask you now, ZAU, Shaman of Amandla, are you truly ready to perform your duties as my son?
Baba, I am.
Then show me. Show me you are ready.
Oh, my Baba. Baba yangu. Baba yangu. Baba yangu.
You truly thought you could summon and barter with death itself. So headstrong, so defiant. Oh, my son.
Did I make you proud of me, Baba? Are you proud of me?
I have always been proud of you.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
What are you sorry for, my boy?
For feeling angry, scared.
ZAU, healing can only begin when we have conceded to our emotions. When we do not hide them. When we do not ignore them.
But I could not save you.
You could not save me from my fate, but you have saved many others from theirs. The path you have walked has been one of service and compassion, and that is all I could ever wish of you. A lion's heart swells with pride as they watch their cub roar with might.
Papa, I love you.
I love you too. Now, ZAU, my son, perform your duty.